and welcome. We are now in Kohima. Cobx Masters 2018 is still the series, and damn, if we're not getting close to the end here. The third to last city. After that, we only have Jaipur, and Delhi. But for now, Wanbokstar Gaming versus Red Face. That's the first semi-finals of the day. I'm excited for this one here, especially with these interesting team logos /
10
flags.
seconds remaining.
My name is Dragon Drop. Happy to bring this series, and also
5
joined by the
seconds
one and only
remaining.
Potom once again.
Once again, indeed. Gotta say they are fairly interesting. Still a little bit messed up because the in-game balance is absolutely horrible to deal with. But I don't know. Not is it too creative or is it not creative enough? I don't know what the first name means, to be honest. If this is like a meme.
Team ban. Dire team
Possibly,
ban.
I've no idea. But hey, I mean, at least you have half a face on that flag, and on the other hand, on the other team, you only have the back of the head. So clearly, Wanbokstar is superior, and they also appear to have the higher average MMR. Like they have a divine, couple of ancients, and one legend player
Radiant
with
team
red face.
ban.
I've seen one ancient and 3 legends. So I'm not sure how much that will affect the game. Like we've certainly seen quite a few crazy ones for the last couple of stops, and well, even with this bit of a skill gap, perhaps this might not mean that this will be a stomp either. Interesting.
I
bans
tend to agree.
So far, though.
Yeah, interesting bands indeed. Especially on the side of Red
5
Face.
seconds
Just
remaining.
Zeus and Tinker off the bat band out. That's a little bit weird. Maybe they scouted their opponents. But you see Zeus and Tinker in the first phase ban, and you wonder what are they going to throw at me at mid? Like is this straight up Invoker or something? Are we going for? Or this is pretty hard to predict. This is more like, yeah, I guess we ban Zeus and Tinker.
Yeah, I don't think you can really take that as a basis for any sort of specific pick. More so, instead of just, hey, we freaking hate these heroes, so let's ban them out.
Radiant
First pick
team
Invoker. Here we go.
Play against them.
Close.
Just as weird. First pick Bristleback. Still not a fan of that hero. And now, especially now, if you have 5 counter picks to throw out, Visage Night Siren. Ugh. That's quite the opener. Too.
Ouch. That is a really good opener, considering that they just bad out on the Elder Titan, for example. They have to Tinker ban from the opponents from the side of Red Face. Same with the Zeus. You have a lot of natural counters out already, and this is looking like we're getting potent minus armored strat already from Unbock.
Yeah. And that can be very powerful, just with the Visage being able to dish out a whole lot of physical damage on his own. Especially once he had some medallions left Solar Crest up and running himself, then add that extra minus armor from
10
Naga Siren.
seconds remaining.
It's might not be as effective up against
5
Bristleback,
seconds
but you still have ways to
remaining.
deal with that later on if you want to build a Silver Edge, or I mean you can even run the Visage in another position at mid and still pick up the
Dire
Viper
team
if you
ban.
want to make his life miserable.
Silencer ban. Okay. That's usually not a hero you see banned, even if you pick the Naga Siren.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban.
Oh, there's the dry ban from Red Face. That was to be expected. That would be a pretty potent dry strat with the Visage and the Naga already as the frontliner. I imagine they want to shift this into the pushing lineup. I still see Beastmaster in the pool. I still see an Axe to be picked up.
There's quite a few of these classic heroes
Dire
left. I mean,
team pick.
as far as openers go,
Yeah, that one.
Nagas, yeah. Naga Siren would be the one that's most common, and even that we don't see every day in the first phase anyway. So same with the bans. Like we don't see too many of these
Radiant
taken out
team pick.
at all, let alone as earliest. At the very least when it comes to Red Face's bans. But
Well,
they have
that's
their own way of playing Dota apparently, and this patch in particular.
Dire team pick.
that is an Enigma pick. As the Beastmaster on the side note, but Enigma after the Bristleback? Are we... Like, there's no way.
how do
You
you
wouldn't
pick it?
run a jungler, right?
Could be
How
a
would you pick?
sort of weird dual offlane. I've seen that before, but how do you pick an Enigma into Naga Siren that can cancel your black hole easily with her
10
ultimate?
seconds
Or the Ice
remaining.
Path. Yeah.
Now a Beastmaster, even the Visage,
5
like if the
seconds
bird's
remaining.
on the right position behind the Enigma,
Radiant
can
team
kind of drop them
banned.
down. Or if you,
Witch Doctor.
I think if you start the drop down before the black hole comes out, it still connects.
Yes, indeed. But I gotta say, like, I still admire the red face picks because they saw that silencer ban and like, hey, you banned silencer first, and we just picked 2 heroes that get heavily countered by him. They still have the Naga sound to deal with, but
10
I'm
seconds.
still so
remaining.
unsure about the lanes. Like, this almost looks like a mid bristleback to me at this
5
point.
seconds remaining.
Would be an interesting way to try and handle the
Dire
Visage.
team banned.
Position 4 Enigma might work, but you wouldn't run a jungler, right? We don't do that anymore. No, we don't do jungle.
Well, at the very least, we have the Witch Doctor pick that we can probably agree on is a good one. Against Beastmaster, Visage Birds, Cask will be quite effective to just mop up these kind of summons. That's always a good idea. And therefore, it can come up quite nicely
Radiant
with the Black
team
Hole.
pick.
But it's another
what?
channel spell that can be cancelled very easily.
Oh, wow!
Select-
Whoa! What?
Alright.
Broodmuscle? Meepo? In the same game? And an Enigma? What is this? Hello? Wow!
Well,
Both teams stepping it up on that last pick.
no one
I'm
could
not a fan of
say-
the Brood pick, to be honest, but...
One could say this game wasn't worth the wait. I think that
Yeah,
was
this-
already.
This is going to be interesting, nonetheless. I was about to talk about the Broodmother, which struggles a lot against heroes like Nagasara and Beastmaster in the early game. Especially Beastmaster, probably one of the heroes that can go up in the mid lane against Brood. However, the Meepo pick completely changes things. And it was picked so fast, I'm not even sure if they were aware they just were up against the Brood. Because the animation, or the moment that they saw it, they actually had the Meepo pick locked in already.
Yeah, ready to go for now. As walking towards these bounty runes.
Mid Brood versus Meepo. This is interesting. Meepo is going to block. He's not going to scout out on the ward, potentially set down. They do have vision on the net. They don't know there's 2, so this could still be considered a bait. However, they're going to spot out the Trident top, so that will probably seal the deal.
Yeah, I don't think you can really run anyone else other than the Brood in mid at this point.
I guess Jug could work.
30 seconds to go.
If you completely swap up the lanes, put the Jug in mid, put the Bristle back to the top, put the Brood on the off lane. That would be a possibility, but pretty much other than that, it's locked in.
Yeah,
Brood
if,
offlane wouldn't be
Brood
too
having
bad.
to deal- Well, they still have to deal with like the Naga and whatnot.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to point out. Like, there's those 2 nets will come in handy hunting the Brood. Together with that, you have a Beastmaster. You have a Beastmaster with the Raw. You have an Isis on top of that. You have a lot of tools to deal with this Brood. And do remember, like, the Grave Chill from the Visage actually slows down the Brood by a mile.
Yep.
It is percentage based, so you drain 32% of the movement speed. That's 1/3. The Brood, guess what? Gets extra movement speed from the spin web.
Well, add that all together makes a happy face. At least for Visage. For now, we're gonna have to keep an eye on all of these lanes. Even down bottom, we already see it's easy harassment from like Siren, but starting up stacking these gold sprays at the same time, like it's not gonna kill her outright, and also just burns through a lot of Bristlebite's mana.
Yeah, and they have 2 sticks already on this lane. Naga having 3 charges in hers. Oh, well, still 3.
Red face. Look at him, he's super low. Another set of axes being thrown out.
Yeah,
I
11
tried
more
to
Witch
contest
Doctor.
this dual lane, and so far, Jakiro, I
Radiant's
mean,
middle tower
if
is
you
under
can hit
attack.
multiple heroes with a dual breath, it's probably quite effective still. So again, now the spin though on the Maledict. Or Maleficent, I should say. Maledict, not just the enemy. The kill first, though. First
You're
blood
done.
being done by Red Face. Just the power of the spin, if nothing else. They're really easily burning through the region now.
Yeah, they do get the first blood, but yeah, that's pretty much all you do. Like, now you're out of reach. Witch Doctor, nothing. Enigma, well, has a stick left on the Fairy Fire. There's four tanks and 2 mangas on the Juggernaut, but yeah, Jug is not getting harassed here anyways. It's the support's just getting axed on. Oh, that's a good stun.
Tower from Red Face, also perhaps Red Lotus. Both of them not really easy targets right now as they've already made their way out. Bristleback ended up dropping down bottom though, while that was happening.
Picks up the Voodoo.
Oh yeah,
That's
makes
interesting.
sense, doesn't
It makes sense, but after like it has high activation cost. That's 15 mana you can't afford, and it does burn through mana fairly quickly early on.
Well, it's either that or just spend a whole lot more money on the region on your force. On the other heroes. So I've seen this be very effective before, so I'm not really too phased about it.
I just really like going for the Maledict because you have to spin damage to work with. Just you have a natural high damage output if you get one stun lockdown. I think it's preference.
Down bottom, Bristleback got super low, but stacked up 6 stacks for time there on the Naga Siren. So this is how you have to deal with the Bristle. Just bring him down low in one go, wait for the stacks to expire, and then try again. Especially helpful if you have the Arcane one to work with, but Mayrock throwing out a couple of extra spells with that.
Arcane Wound is pretty much the best thing you can find on the Naga Siren early on, because Riptide basically has no cooldown with that. Ooh, Brute getting low in mid. Should be able to make it out, but people getting a lot of last hits on that once more. Yeah. It's pretty useless looking at the last hits in the mid, because I believe about 20 of those are at least spiders. He didn't actually get that many last hits. It's just super inflated.
Would go 20.
50 maybe. He's slightly behind the Brute, I know that for sure. But it's gonna grow now, because now he has 2 Meepers at his disposal, so he has an infinite amount of mana against his Brute.
No matter last is, I mean, he's still 200, 300 gold ahead, so that's a trend, and he's still winning mid lane in that sense.
Yeah, Brute really struggling here. Like, has a Soul Ring up, is working towards the Medallion. I think it's the right call to go for that Medallion build and just try to stack up an armor yourself, especially taking into consideration there's a Naga Siren and a Visage on the board.
Dire's middle tower is under
But
attack.
is it going to be fast enough? That's the question. It's a meeple after all. He farms fairly fast and gets levels really fast.
It's gonna be fast for Brute standards. I mean, it's not too much you can actually do to slow it down right now, unless you want to commit some massive rotations towards that jungle area, just to try and zone it out. Like, it's very low probability kill at the best of times. But yeah, the question is this going to be fast enough in relation to the Kohima, who is also not being slowed down at all. It is Nets, a couple of boosts, not enough to get these big spiderlings though, just a spider right or two.
Yeah, not level 7 yet. Once you have that level 4 poof, if you get 2 poofs off, you kill them all. That's where it comes in, where it's the worst, basically, for the Brood. But he's doing fine. It's a Meeper.
Get down bottom, Onich. Take quite a bit of damage, it's still assumption. Into the back, only 1 point into it, so enough to get another kill, very easy. As the lane, Black Lotus. Alright, he was baiting out the Beastmaster, there's a spin coming in. A lot of damage in return, he is slow, not actually quite connecting on a Juggernaut, but does not find the last right click. Oof. So close, and they're still chasing, there is a shrine up and running. So Lazin will be forced into that. They can wait long enough for Jakiro to also take advantage of it.
Yeah, that's a super value shrine.
There we go.
Mid.
Has some roots. Couple of boosts, right clicks, easy.
Yeah, this will continue happening in mid now. Now the Meeper is completely out of control for the Brood. He's already going for the Blink Dagger first. That's usually not an item you see. You usually see something like a Dragonlance coming out for the stats. You see even fast E-Blade rushes, but if you get the Blink this game, you're gonna farm so fast. You just pretty much kill anyone you want.
Yep. Killing, make another attempt on Ownage. Oh, with the execution, almost enough to get an Argus Siren.
Dire's
But
bottom
almost.
tower is under
Well,
attack.
Quick
didn't
maths.
get very much here. The 9 armor is certainly helping out, make her survive there. At the same time, on top, continue up against each other here. Lazim with the Malefice sitting inside that 2 points up at Midnight Pulse.
Yeah.
Down by the 3 heroes at the end of the day,
That's the thing now, Midnight Pulse, right?
I guess.
Yeah, it has become a weird spell.
Machikiro, everyone Machikiro, it's been actually out of range. And, will be fine for the time being. June keeps diving, but there's no way left to go. Couple of axes to throw out. They want to trade, they want to find Red Phase. Nice little ice path to buy himself some extra time.
However, he only has level 1 in it, so it's not really easy for him.
No Black Lotus. So
Oh, no way.
God, he's
No way!
My hashtag Stop Dragon Abuse campaign finally working. No Red Phase. Well, took 1 exit phase, so he'll be fine walking it off for the time being, but he has to walk all the way back home.
That was an absolute disaster, top. It was a visit rotation, but yeah, at what cost? This was basically, yeah, wow, absolute disaster.
Also gives space for the Dark Siren at level 6 very early on. So it's not that much of a waste even in terms of like momentum. Yeah, so yeah, top lane.
Speaking about
kinda
levels.
salvaged with that, bottom lane is still doing well. Meepo, yeah, he's ahead of
Level
everyone
9.
else. Where's Crack? He cannot stand in mid when the Meepo is there, and vice versa. So now we have the situation where they just push out the lane and start the jungle and do it in alternating fashion.
Yeah, 3 Reapers now up and running. Basically, as soon as he reaches us Blink, which is at 40 gold, he can kill whoever he wants on the map. Like, there's not much interruption for him. That is, you can only stun one of the Reapers with the Enigma Leslie Black Hole. Same applies to the Witch Doctor. It's actually pretty hard to interrupt him because, yeah, like, you might stun the main one, but then there's like 3 or 2 others creeping in, and you're dead. This Grave Chill, it's so good. There's the Blink.
Blink. Boost, or maybe not. It's cast bouncing, but no follow up.
He's going for more.
And yeah, it's gonna be another Blink in a second. Should be very
Dead
easy
Witch
to
Doctor.
kill, yeah. If he sees him. Oh no. There we go.
Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter missing all your spells.
Just hit so hard.
Like I say, Geostrike is one of the best spells in the game. It's basically an upgraded version of Cosmic Finale, where you have a 20% movement slow on every hit and 40 extra damage per hit, and that stacks fully.
Oh, just right clicks the spinning juggernaut under this tower, doesn't even care. Oh man.
Yeah, pierces spell immunity on Geostrike.
Oh, secure. The TP, not sure about this one though.
Dire's top tower
Another web. He'll die to Spider.
To be fair,
Made him that one.
yeah, that's some extra farm for the Brood, but I'm really concerned about this Meepo. Look at the net worth. He's already sitting 2,000 gold over everybody. He has so much at this point. I'm not even sure what item he's going for. Like, I'm a firm believer that going for the E-Blade would be the best choice for him here. Just to be able to lock people down. Other options would be going for more defensive items. Just getting more stats.
Seems like he would agree with you. Just picked up the Ghost Scepter. Straight
Yeah,
up.
it just makes sense.
Ugh, yeah.
Like, he already killed 4 in the team. With the E-Blade, he can effectively never run risk against an Enigma. By which...
It's not just the Meepo in this game, it's also the Visage who
Yeah.
again just goes into a Bristle pack. No problems whatsoever. They're just getting kills all over the place now. Top lane even.
Rude.
13 will be countered out. Rude. And Red Phase. What was that about? I mean, we're the Meldic off, but only one of them kind of low. Not enough damage taken after that spell was cast, so.
Well, Spider's working on it, but nope, not enough in the end.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just a casual solo duo kill on a
Dire's
Brood.
bottom tower has fallen.
That's easy, right?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, definitely the experienced Meepo player. I gotta say, in game 2, this Meepo deserves a ban from the get-go.
Tower is
or heavy counter picks, so this doesn't happen again. I don't want to be. I don't want to completely give up here for Red Face, but I feel like it's a meeper at 11 minutes. Being 4k gold ahead over the enemy mid will just end the game for you.
Certainly getting to that point, right? Thing is, even if you ban Meepo, like players who tend to be good at Meepo also tend to be good at other nasty heroes that are just as powerful. As down the bottom.
Dire's middle tower.
Trying to go for the Visage here, they still got Malefice. Should be enough in the end. Tier 4 heroes running him down, so that's a good kill. 8 kill streak for him. What the hell? When did he build that one?
Well, over the course of the game, I think a lot of them is on the Bristle. Yeah, he's 1 of 5 on the Bristle. He only got 1 assist.
Under attack.
Just solo knight.
Cast the black hole. Trying to focus on one of the Meepos, but now he can start to turn things around. Witchcrack poof down in. Even though Visage is still helping. As Onich, I'm gonna be a bit careful there with stacking up on all of him. Meepos, the cast and stuff. One of the moves for now. Same with Malefice. They will actually get the skill here.
Oh, so lucky! All of these bounces just going straight back to him instead of any of the other targets. They were like 4 mud golems.
Yeah. He was never gonna get out of there.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah, no chance, but it really sealed the deal. You can actually poof out of Malefice, but if you time it absolutely perfectly. But yeah, it's. I know you can't. It's level 2 Malefice. My bad. So it's no longer possible because you need 1.5 seconds.
You said you couldn't. And
yeah, like I was talking about the level 1 one because if you time it perfectly, poof needs 1.5 seconds to complete. Malefice on level 1 stuns for 0.4. Yeah. And applies every 2 seconds. So you have that 0.1 second timing window where you can poof out. Doesn't work once it's level 2. I think that's the reason it even has 2 points in it. Well, has 3 now, getting better.
You were saying? I mean, this is not a jungling Enigma whatsoever. He only has 1 value point into the 1D conversion. He's just completely maxed out with the Midnight Pulse and the Malefice. And yeah, Midnight Pulse has been slightly buffed, even in the early levels, so maybe we'll stay. Makes it alright. It's had secured him some kills on top of it.
Oh, talking about big kills. Securing. Full E-Blade up on the Meepo, going for the Roche now. He's been just outside, that's a free kill.
3 kills, he's to find the Brood Mother, lock it down inside the Macropire. Follow with Roll, dropping quite a lot on that. Black Lotus blinking in. Not sure about this one here. That Witch Doctor. And, well. The blink. Oh, beautiful net actually. Double kill for the Visage.
Yeah, that really netted him a kill there, you could say. We can make so many net jokes this game. If Naga and Meepo. Just need Beastmaster with the troll now, and we're up to 3. Interesting enough, he skipped Call of the Wild completely. He's going Inner Beast because he knows he has a Meepo around. Yeah, they had a Bristleback a second ago. Tankiest hero falls in 2-3 hits.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
50 minutes in, 22 to 6, 12k advantage with the Meepo at the helm. Also considering that you have a Brood Mother, it's very snowball reliant. You have an Enigma with a giant cooldown on the one spell that's useful this game. Going forward, so yeah, this is the writing's on the wall for this one. Just a matter of not messing up and sitting with this Midnight Pulse for too long. Like Malefice, yeah, he's actually just gonna lose the Aegis, or use it more or less. Brood Mother burns enough to finish the job on that one. Macropire down, another Roots. To the bag feels completely useless this game. 1-8-1. Level 7. 3 and then go down. Instinct, blinking forward. Extra boost. One of these people is getting quite low. Even E-Blades himself would have seen Yum can interrupt this thing. Actually can with a blink black hole on everybody. But hey, we talked about encounters in our draft. Let's get the Meepo though with all damage over time. Still plenty of firepower left. The rest of the heroes to get quite a few kills. Omni Slash, not actually bouncing back towards Nazi, only the one slash, and that's not gonna be enough, so even survives this one. Same for Skunk though, even the one bird still following him. But everyone kind of dropping low in terms of health and mana. They finally have to call it quits, but they got so many more kills, as well as the mid-racks.
Crazy fight. Such a good black hole into a song. Oh. If we only got the Naga. But even if we got the Naga, Jakir was out of it as well, so there was an ice path ready and going. This is just... We criticized it in the draft from the get-go. The only chance at coming back in this is the 5-man black hole, like, multiple times. And even if, you mentioned it, 200 seconds cooldown, they're not going to be stupid enough to let the cooldown, to basically ignore the cooldown and give Enigma a free black hole and recovery. So even if you 5-man wipe them and get a lot of gold, they're just going to run at you again while the black hole's on cooldown, and there's nothing you can do. You mentioned it yourself. Bristleback is effectively useless at this point. Juggernaut has absolutely zero farm. He's level 10, so it's not even level 2 Omnisurge coming in. I guess you have the Death Ward, but yeah, one net, poof, dead.
Well, there's also DD rune. Not that it's really all that impactful on the Maple. I mean, he basically has 3 more DD runes already walking with him constantly. I don't think about it like that, but either way, gonna lead into some kills if he finds anything here. He's actually going for a second E-Blade.
Goodbye. Yeah, this is just what you do in Meepo now. You just E-Blade gives you the best amount of agility. It's 40 agility for the price. Butterfly only gives you 35.
Rest of pepperonis.
Yeah. Basically, E-Blade is 700 gold cheaper. It gives you 5 more agility than the Butterfly. You don't really need the damage and or the evasion from it anyways, since it doesn't transition to your clones. That's one of the reasons Dragonlance is so popular as well. Just Dragonlance and E-Blades.
Very slot efficient stats. And, well, I mean, 2 minutes later, after they gotten at mid-Drax, they're gonna start pushing
Dire's
down
top
top.
tower is under attack.
Whoops.
Seems like we have some issues.
I'm sure it's fine.
It should be fine.
Being connected to the game, so it's just a crutch for bad players, really. If you can't play the game disconnected, then why even?
Yeah, I mean, you have a Meepo player. They share control, right?
Yeah.
As long as Meepo is connected, he should be fine. It's just 4 extra Meepos.
Right. Ready to go once more. A quick break here. But yeah, this T2 is gonna fall, and this hero as well. Even Raw committed, like, because they don't give a damn. Like, Raw, the Witch Doctor, yeah, whatever.
Dire's top tower.
Yeah,
Don't need
just
fighting.
kill him. Respawn in 20 seconds, but yeah, worth it. Level 20 on the
Dire's
Meepo.
top tower is under attack.
This is so painful to watch. Whew.
That's gonna happen every, like, what, 40 seconds? It's ready to go. Almost
Yeah.
someone else sets up for it. There's quite a few spiders coming in, but dealing damage easily. Spiders it up.
Dire's top
All
barracks
down in the
has
end.
fallen.
Cast bouncing a little bit, but yeah,
Dire's top barracks
it's a free
has
set of
fallen.
racks.
Yeah, for literally nothing. For a raw cooldown, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. The 90-second raw cooldown, that
worth
got
it.
nerfed. 20 seconds more, level 1. But,
Yeah.
again, Rags on the wall for this one. This is just what happens when a good Meepo player is just getting completely out of control
Dire
like that.
are scanning.
This feels like one of my pop games where there's just a Meepo that is clearly better than the rest. Just runs you over.
Again, even if you ban it out next game, what I touched on earlier, like, Meepo players also tend to be strong at heroes like Lone Druid, Arc
Tinker.
Tinker, yeah, these kind of heroes that are similarly annoying.
Or
And,
not the Arc
it's really
one,
hard to deal
please.
with.
Oh,
It's fine, I've got just gonna spin TP.
yeah, the
my-
magic damage can't harm me.
And so 4 Meepos, 200 damage a pop, plus Geo Strike, so make it like, what,
Dire's
240
bottom shrine is under attack.
times 4.
Yeah, I think it's roughly a lot.
A little bit under 1000 damage, not counting armor or whatnot.
Yeah, basically one Witch Doctor.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Oh man. Gotta feel bad for Red Face here.
Dire's bottom shrine
It never
has
feels
fallen.
nice to be like this. And this is what it is. I mean, 31-7, 27k, only 21 minutes in. And once you eclipse that 1k gold advantage per minute, there's very few games that don't classify as a stop. But they're gonna try once more. They have the Blink Black Hole, they have a Proof Matter or a Juggernaut. Hammer. Ball comes out once again, but there's the Black Hole. Canceling it this time, not for a while anyway, but we'll kill Lazen here with the Melody. That's about all they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lazen, you steal it. He's not.
It's not
Yeah, that's the
enough.
Dire's
GG.
bottom barracks has
Oh well.
fallen. The Radiant
You well played, and
Dire's middle tower is under
say
attack.
Wanbokstar Gaming. I don't know what Wanbokstar means, but it worked well for them.
It means we pick Meepo, and we're pretty good at it.
Cancel GG or something.
I think, they were all AFK and waiting for it and stopped me.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I got a meteor hammer.
Hate when that happens. It's just rude. Calling GG and then
You know, you can get heated in such a defeat. So if like one of your team finally calls it, and not ends the misery, that's a little bit too harsh, but one of the players wants to keep playing.
Has fallen.
And sometimes happens. It's
They're
not like it
playing,
matters
though.
this
Like,
game.
They're not playing.
Radiant
No, it doesn't matter so much time-wise, but it's just rude. It's not like you just call GG, then cancel it, just make the enemy team just kill buildings instead.